Hi all, how you doing? Hope you're doing great wherever you are in the world. So I'm going to look at Chat GPT. So this is Chat Hello GPT 4o or something or other. Now I've tried this before, asking questions, bridge questions, and it's been absolutely terrible. Um, I even ended up on a New Zealand podcast where they were laughing about it as well when I asked the question, "What is lebensohl?" So I've asked that question again, and I'll come to that one eventually, okay, and give my opinion on it. But this is the third kind of rendition of ChatGPT, and I've got it some questions, some of the same questions that I asked it last time, and we're going to see what happens. So here, let's copy that. So in the card game bridge, describe the rule of 20. So I'm going to go to ChatGPT, ask that question, and see what we get. Okay, so here we go. It's giving quite a long answer here. So I'm going to let it finish before analyzing it. Okay, so it's finished. It's definitely giving longer answers than what it did. So in the card game bridge, describe the rule of 20. So the rule of 20 is a guideline used in bridge, good guideline, to help players decide whether to open the bidding with a borderline hand. Yep. It is particularly useful when a hand does not have the traditional 12 high card points, HCP, typically required for an opening bid. The rule of 20 can be applied as follows. So far, pretty perfect, actually. But what I would say, this is a pretty easy question for Chat GPT. It should be nailed on. Okay. Okay, so how the rule of 20 works. To determine if a hand qualifies for an opening bid, use the rule of 20. You follow these steps. 1. Add your high card points. Count the points in your hand using the standard point value. Add the number of cards in your two longest suits. Count the number of cards in your longest suit and your second longest suit, and add this number to your high card points. Total the two sums. Add the high card points to the total number of cards in your two longest suits. If the sum is 20 or more, you can consider opening the bidding. Perfect. That's a good answer. Now it's going to give example hands as well. Example hands using the rule of 20. Example 1. So we've got 6, 10 points. So that comes up to 19. So it should say you shouldn't open this hand, I'm guessing. Hand, blah, 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 da, da, da. Two long suits, 5 and 4. 10 and 19 equals 19. Decision. Do not open as a total is less than 20. Okay, example 2. 5, 10, 13. Bit of a bad example here because they're using 13 points when you wouldn't even consider the rule of 20 because you've got 13 points, so you're not going to need it. Oh, hold on a minute. Hand 5, 10, 13. HCP, ace equals 4, jack equals 1, king equals... What is going on here? Look at this. So you've got ace equals 4, jack equals 1, king equals 3, queen equals 2, king equals 3. You had to mention the king twice. Two longest suits equals 5 spades and 3 hearts. Total high card points, 12, right? It can't add up because that's 13 points, okay? So it can't add up. All right. All right, considerations then. I mean that's pretty bad. That I mean, you know, an ace is 4, a king is 3, queen is 2, and jack is 1. So it can get all of them, right? So it puts out the hand right well. You've got 13 cards. That's good. But missing out the king, that's just very strange, in my opinion. Very strange. Because surely you could just go through it as a string. Okay, so I'm using sort of computer sound kind of phrases here. A string is just a bunch of characters. Um, so in this case, the A's and the nines and the numbers. Okay, alphanumeric. It's not noticed. It's missed something somewhere along the line. It's missed like the jack or something or other. Okay. Anyway, considerations when using the rule of 20. Suit quality. While the rule of 20 helps in deciding whether to open, the quality of the suit should also be considered. Yeah. Hands with poor suit quality might not perform well, even if they meet the numerical requirement. Okay, good point. Distribution. The rule works best with hands that are reasonably balanced or semi-balanced. Huh? Extremely unbalanced hands might require different evaluation methods. Position. The position at the table is your first, second, third, or fourth seat can influence the decision. The rule of 20 is most commonly applied in the first and second seat. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Fair enough. I'm not sure about this second one. The rule works best with hands that are reasonably balanced or semi-balanced. I mean, if it's balanced, you're not going to, the rule of 20 doesn't really, you're going to need 12 high card points if you're balanced. Okay, practical application. The rule of 20 is not an absolute rule, true, but a helpful guideline for making opening bids with marginal hands. Yeah. Helps players evaluate their hand more holistically, taking into account both high card points and distribution, and provides a structured way to make borderline decisions. Using the rule of 20 can lead to more aggressive bidding, which can be beneficial in competitive play. However, it's also important to consider the overall context of the game and the specific situation at the table. All right, so that is a much better answer than when it first did this. So you're going to have to go back to my original video to see how it first answered these questions. Okay, so let's have a look at another question. Somewhat pretty similar again. Let's go for rule of 15 this time. See how we get on there. Boom. So in the card game Bridge, describe the rule of 15. Oops. Right, so again, it's doing similar kind of thing. A more full answer. So it's definitely giving fuller answers. Okay, so the rule of 15 is a guideline used in Bridge to help players decide whether to open the bidding in the fourth seat. Yes, correct. This situation arises when the first three players have all passed and it is your turn to bid. The primary goal of the rule of 15 is to prevent opening the bidding with a hand that is likely to lead to a poor result, yeah, particularly because you risk playing in a part score contract that might not make, resulting in a negative score. That's not quite, that's not really quite it, actually. All right, how the rule of 15 works. To determine if a hand qualifies for an opening bid in the 4C using the rule of 15, you follow these steps. Add your high card points, count the high point, blah, 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 ace 4, king 3, queens, jacks. Okay, correct. Add the number of spades in your hand, yeah. Count the number of spades in your hand, add the two together, right? If the sum is 15 or more, you consider opening the bidding, yeah. Okay, so example 1. We got 3, 6, 9, and 4 is 13. Hey, have I added this up wrong? 2 kings, queen, jack. That's 9 high card points. Okay, it can't add up the high card points. It's got it. It even puts it out here. High card points 10, and then it says king, king, jack, queen. 2, 1, 3, 3. That's 9. It can't add up. Spades 4. 14. Decision. Do not open as a total less than 15. Okay. Let's see if it can add up this. So king 3, queen 2, jack 1, queen 2. It forgets about the ace. 6, 7, 8, 9, 12. Right. So that's completely right. It can't add up for some reason. Why is it missing these things out? All right, considerations when using the rule of 15. Suit quality. The quality of the spade suit is important. Even if you meet the numerical requirement, having good quality in spades, e.g. honors, can make your hand more suitable for opening. Yeah, I agree. So I think if you had a rule of 15 and you had 3 low spades, I think I'd be tempted still not to be opening the bidding in fourth seat because you can get outbid. And the thing about this is it's not really explaining that you can get outbid by the opposition in spades. It doesn't really mention that. Okay, and that's really the thing. So let's see if it mentions it further on. Balancing seat. When you're in the fourth seat, you're often in a balancing position. And the rule of 15 helps ensure that your hand has enough strength and space to make it worthwhile to bid. This is particularly important because having more spades can help you compete effectively if the opponent's bid. Now, is it really saying this? I think it's sort of saying that you can compete better. What it should be saying is that if the opposition have got spades, they can outbid you, kind of thing. I don't think it's really getting that message over. Preventing opponents' contracts. Opening the foresuit with a suitable hand can also prevent the opponents from easily finding their contracts. You see, this is wrong in some respects. I mean, if you pass, then the hand gets passed out, and the opposition aren't going to find any contract because it'll get passed out. Practical application. The rule of 15 is a practical tool for making strategic decisions in the 4C. By ensuring that you have a combination of high card points and spades, you increase the likelihood that your side can find a fit or compete effectively in the auction. This rule is not an absolute, and judgment should be used based on specific context of the game, but it provides a reliable guideline for those borderline. Right, okay. So it's definitely improved, okay. Right. I mean, but these are easy questions, but I'm amazed how it's not adding up, or it's not picking up the cards and counting the right, it's not counting the aces, or it's missing stuff out, or it's just adding them up wrong. I'm just absolutely mind blown by that, to be honest with you. Okay, so here we go. Because I mean, it's the computer, it should be able to do simple maths, really. All right, in the card game bridge, describe a top of a sequence lead. So I think last time I asked this, it got pretty much close to the answer. So I suspect this should be an easy question for it. So don't worry, guys, we'll get to harder questions later on. But in bridge, leading the top of a sequence is a standard defensive strategy used to provide your partner with information about your holding in a suit. This approach helps to establish the suit and potentially set up tricks for your side. A sequence refers to a consecutive grouping of high-ranking cards. When you lead from such a sequence, you typically lead the highest card in that sequence. Okay, so far so good. What is a sequence? A sequence in bridge usually consists of 3 or more touching high cards or near touching high cards. Yep, there are different types of sequences. Okay. Top of an honor sequence, 3 or more consecutive honor cards. Example, King, Queen, Jack, 10, Jack 10, 9. Yep. Broken sequence, 2 high cards followed by a gap, another high card. So a broken sequence, King, Queen, 10, Queen, Jack, 9. Interior sequence. Okay, so the second highest card and the next 2 lower cards. King, Jack 10, Queen 10, 9. Beautiful. Leading the top of a sequence. When you have a sequence, you lead the highest card. This is known as leading the top of a sequence. This type of lead communicates valuable information to your partner and serves multiple purposes. It clarifies your holding. Leading the top of a sequence tells your partner that you have a strong cards immediately below the card you led. For example, if you lead the queen, it suggests you have the jack and possibly the 10. It establishes the suit by leading from the top of the sequence. You can quickly establish the suit and set up additional tricks for your side. It applies pressure. Leading a high card from a sequence can put pressure on the declarer, potentially forcing them to use high cards or make decisions that favor the defense. Okay, example, King, Queen, Jack, lead King. This indicates you hold the King, Queen, Jack, and possibly more cards in the suit. Your partner now knows you have a strong suit that could be established quickly. Queen, Jack 10, lead the Queen. Jack 10, 9, lead the Jack. Leading from a broken sequence slightly different. Similar principles. When you have a broken sequence, you can still lead the high card. King, Queen 10, lead King. Although the sequence is not completely solid, leading the king still suggests strength in the suit and helps communicate to your partner. Considerations for leading top of the sequence. Position. Consider the position of the lead in the context of the auction and the play so far. Okay, so it's saying that this could be like halfway through a hand as well. Sometimes leading from a sequence can be less advantageous if it is potentially gives declarer control. Partnership agreements. Ensure your partner understands your leading conventions. Yeah. Consistency in leading from sequences is key for effective defense. Yes. Context of the contract. In no trump contracts, establishing suits through sequences can be crucial. In suit contracts, consider whether leading from sequence might help declarer establish their suits. Leading the top of a sequence is a fundamental part of defensive play in bridge, aiding communication and the strategy between partners to defend more effectively. Okay, so I think that's pretty good, solid answer. Don't think there's much wrong in that. Yeah, I think that's fine. So, yeah, good answer. Okay. So I'm going to ask it this question. I've already asked it about lebensohl, but I'm going to ask it, I'm going to slightly change it. So I'm going to ask this question. In the card game bridge, describe the system lebensohl with a weak no trump. Okay. So I've already asked this question about lebensohl, but I've just asked it. Just 1 second while I plug my battery in. Now let's see if it. I'll compare it because I've already asked it about lebensohl. So I'm going to first go to this one. Okay, so I asked it about lebensohl here. So let me just go up. Okay, so I put describe the bridge convention lebensohl. So lebensohl is a bridge bidding convention used to handle various competitive bidding situations, particularly those involving interference after partner opens one no trump, or after opponents open weak two bids. Its primary purpose is to clarify the strength and nature of the responder's hand, especially in differentiating between invitational and game-forcing hands, and to handle stopper-related issues when seeking to play in no-trump contracts. It should also mention hands where you're not interested in going on at all, really. It says invitational and game forcing hands, but actually there's also hands where you have no interest in going on to game at all. Okay. So it's pretty good. That's pretty okay. Okay, so lebensohl after partners opening one no trump opening. Oh, so by the way, when I asked this question first on the first Chat GPT, it was absolutely terrible. Okay, so and a New Zealand podcast picked it up, and they were having a laugh about it, and it was pretty funny. Okay, so when the opponents intervene over a one no trump opening with a bid, usually at the 2 level, lebensohl helps the responder convey specific information about their hand. Here's how it works. Immediate bids. Okay, so 2 no trumps. This is the key bid in lebensohl convention. It is a relay to 3 clubs, after which the responder will clarify their hand. Okay, so far so good. If the responder bids a suit after the 2 no trumps relay, e.g., 3 diamonds, 3 hearts, 3 spades, it shows a weak hand, 0 to 7 high card points with a long suit. Now that's a bit weird because you're not going to bid 3 spades after the opponents have bid something. Because if it's gone 1 and it won't show a weak hand, so that's not completely true there, but it's kind of right. All right, so I'm not going to criticize it too much there. But if the bidding went 1 spade, 2 spades, you wouldn't bid 2 no trumps, get your partners to bid 3 clubs, which is the relay, and then bid 3 spades to show a weak hand. It wouldn't show that. Okay. And here it's saying it shows a weak hand with a long suit. So in that particular instance, it doesn't show that. That's not true. So if the responder bids 3 no trumps after the 2 no trump relay, it shows a hand with 10 plus high card points and no stopper in the opponent's suit. Okay. So what we're looking at here is something like 1 no trump by partner, showing 15 to 17 high card points. 2 hearts, let's say, 2 no trumps, 3 clubs, 3 no trumps. And what they're saying is they've got enough points to bid 3 no trumps, but don't have a heart stopper. Okay. So that's true. Okay. But what I'd say about this is assuming that your 1 no trump bid is actually a strong no trump. Okay. So nowhere so here at the very start, it didn't say 1 no trump is 15 to 17 high card points, because in the UK, for instance, you could play a weak no trump 12 to 14, and some people even play like a mini no trump where they play 9 to 12 high card points and things like that. So it's not strictly accurate. Here, this is just considering a strong no trump. Okay. So if you were in the UK and asked this question, you might be getting confused or you'd be getting the wrong answers because you might not consider a strong no trump. Okay. You might have only been taught weak no trump and that's all you're ever thinking about. So it's not really considering any other system. All right. So yes, a bit nitpicky because most people probably play strong no trump. Okay, but there are a heck of a lot. There's millions of people play weak no trump as well. All right. So yeah, direct suit bids at the free level. These bids, e.g. free, blah, 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 are game forcing and suggest a hand with 10 plus high card points, generally indicating a stopper in the opponent's suit. Generally indicating a stopper in the opponent's suit. Well, normally it just shows a natural suit. I'm not sure it actually shows a stopper in the opponent's suit. Okay, and again, it doesn't mention anything about 15 points or 10 to 12, sorry, 12 to 14 points for the one no trump opener. Okay, and another thing, okay, there are two different ways of playing lebensohl. So I'm getting a little picky here. This is probably the most kind of common method, but you can actually play it a different way, all right? So you can play fast arrival denies a stop. So in other words, you can play one no trump, two hearts, three no trumps, and you can play that as showing it doesn't show a stop, or you can play it as does show a stop. So you can play it both ways, okay? And it's up to you agreement. So again, this hasn't covered that, all right? So here, for instance, direct three no trump shows a hand with 10 high card points and a stopper in the opponent's suit, intending to play in three no trumps. Okay, so it can mean that, but I actually play it a different way. I play what's known as fads, fast arrival denies a stop. So if I bid three no trumps, what that shows is a hand that has enough points to bid three no trumps, but doesn't have a stopper in their suit. Okay. So you can play it both ways. Okay. Q-bid. Bidding the opponent's suit directly, e.g., two no trumps, three spades, three spades. All right, so this is an impossible bidding sequence. So what they're saying is it's gone. Well, I mean, so that's in brackets there. That's the opposition bidding, but then you've gone and bid. So what they should have done is really one no trump, two spades, three spades. That's how it should have been written down here. One no trump here, two spades there, and then three spades. So they've got it written down all wrong. So obviously for a beginner, that's completely confusing and wrong and wrong basically. So bidding the opponent's suit directly is typically used to show a Stayman-like hand with 8 high card points. Again, they're treating this as an opening strong no trump. Okay, so that's why they're talking about 8 high card points. If you'd open a weak no trump and it had gone one no trump, two spades, you wouldn't want to bid three spades with no guaranteed fit and only potentially 20 points between the two hands. So, you know, it hasn't mentioned the strong no trump again. And support for both major suits. Okay, often seeking a 4-4 fit. Okay, so both major suits, that's not true. The bid is it shows the other major suit. Okay, if their overcall was a major suit, by bidding the Q bid, so in other words, if it's gone one no trump, two spades, three spades, that would show 4 hearts, okay, and enough points for game. Okay, but here it's saying both major suits. It doesn't show spades. Okay, you're not interested in finding a spade fit when the opponents have bid 2 spades. Okay, so lebensohl after opponents open a week 2. So that's the first part of lebensohl, the one no trump opener. So now let's look at the week 2. Lebensohl can also be applied when the opponents open the week 2 bid, e.g. 2 diamonds, 2 hearts, 2 spades. Good. So using the 3 week 2s, 2 diamonds, 2 hearts, and 2 spades, and partner makes a takeout double or an overcall. Or an overcall. That's interesting. Okay, after partners take out double, 2-no trumps used as a relay to three clubs, allowing the responder to show a weak hand with a long suit. It could also be prelude to other bids, clarifying the strength and suit preferences. Yep. After partners overcall, the 2-no trump bid functions similarly, helping the responder to either sign off in a lower level contract or show invitational or game forcing hands by subsequently bidding other suits. Okay, so you could play that, I guess. So it goes two hearts, two spades, pass, 2-no trumps as a I think a lot of people would just play that as natural actually, but can you play that as lebensohl there? I think usually it's after a doubles, not after partners bid a suit. Okay. Summary of key bids in lebensohl convention. 2-no trump relay to three clubs, yeah. Direct three level bids, game forcing, yeah. Direct 3-no trump game forcing with a stopper, again, depends on which lebensohl you play. Q bids, Stamen-like, asking for a major suit information with support for both majors. Not correct. Both majors isn't right. Lebensohl convention helps players and navigate. Blah, 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 blah. Right, okay, pretty okay, but not 100% right. Let's have a look at the chat GPT lebensohl version then for a weak no trump. So I asked it in the card game bridge, describe the system lebensohl with a weak no trump. Let's see if it even considers it. Lebensohl is a bridge bidding convention used primarily to handle competitive bidding situations, especially when the opponents interfere after your side opens one no trump. When playing a weak no trump, system 12 to 14 high card points, lebensohl helps to distinguish between various types of hands that responder might hold and to clarify responder's strength and suit holdings. lebensohl after a weak no trump opening and opponent's interference. Okay, let's assume your side opens one no trump and the opponents interfere with a bid at the 2 level. Here's how lebensohl is used in this context. All right, I like how it structures the words. It's very sort of natural. Let's assume your side opens. Bidding structure, immediate bids, double. Generally for penalty, showing strength and desire to penalize the opponents. Okay, so it can go 1 no trump, 2 hearts, double. So some people can play that as penalty doubles. That's the basic use of it. I personally use it as takeout. That's partnership agreement, but I'm fine with this saying that double means penalty. All right. 2-no trumps, lebensohl, conventional bid, used as a relay to three clubs to describe various hand types. Yeah, perfect. 3-level suit bids, natural and game forcing, showing 5-card suit and sufficient values to force the game. Okay, so I like that when it says sufficient values, it doesn't actually mention any points or anything. Whereas previously it was mentioned 10 plus points and stuff. Here it's just saying you've got sufficient values to force the game. All right, so that's good. Q bid of opponent suit, Stamen-like, showing interest in the majors of at least invitational strength. Okay, it depends on what their overcall is. So if they bid 2 clubs or 2 diamonds, then you can bid 3 clubs or 3 diamonds. Okay, Q bid their suit to show both majors. If they overcall a major, then you Q bidding their major only shows the other major. So again, it's saying the same thing as last time. It's again, that's slightly wrong, okay? The 2-no trump relay lebensohl bid. The 2-no trump bid is a key component of lebensohl. It uses as a puppet to 3 clubs. After the 2-no trump bid, the opener is expected to bid 3 clubs, allowing the responder to clarify their hand. Responder rebid after 2-no trumps. Pass weak hand with clubs. Okay, so they're just going through the process here. So 1 no trump, 2 hearts, for example, 2 no trumps, lebensohl, 3 clubs. Okay, pass. I've got a weak hand. 3 have a new suit, weak hand with a long suit. So if they overcall 2 spades, so it could go 1 no trump, 2 spades, 2 no trumps, 3 clubs, 3 hearts. Okay, weak hand with a long heart suit in this case. Correct. 3 no trumps, 10 to 12 high card points with no stopper in the opponent's suit. Okay, so if you play it that way, that's fine. But like I said, there are 2 different ways you can play lebensohl when going through 2 no trumps. Q bid of opponent's suit, Stamen-like, showing invitational values are better. with interest in the majors, typically with a stopper in the opponent's suit. Statement like showing imitation of a better. With interest in the majors, typically with a stopper in the opponent's suit. No, so this is statement like showing imitation value of a better win. Well, my mind's gone blank now. Okay, let's just go to the next one here. Example: opponents bid 2 diamonds over 1 no trump. Opponents bid 2 diamonds. Right. Responder's hand 6 count. Okay, so right, so this is where it's gone nuts. Okay, opponents bid 2 diamonds over 1 no trump. So 1 no trump, 2 diamonds over card. With this hand, you wouldn't use lebensohl. You don't have a long suit. You would either just bid. So me personally, I would potentially bid double as takeout, but what they're saying is you can't double because that's penalties. So here you might just bid 2 spades, okay, with a 6 count, thinking I don't want them to play in 2 diamonds. Let's play in 2 spades. But here you're bidding 2 no trumps, and now you're going to 3 spades. So now you've gone up another level. You don't want to do that. So that's just wrong, okay? That is wrong. You don't have a long suit. You're going up to a higher level. You don't want to do that. Opponents bid 2 spades over 1 no trump. Responder has bid 3 hearts directly, showing a game-forcing hand with a good heart suit and interest in hearts. 5, 9, 10 points. So I think that again, I think they're responding as if partner's got a strong no trump. Now, if you've got a strong no trump, you want to look for game here. You got 10 points. So if you went two spades and you bid 3 hearts, that would show a strong hand. But really, you should have 5 hearts for that bid. Okay, and that's the difference. Here, you've only got 4 hearts. So what you'd actually want to bid is you would want to bid 3 spades. Okay, or you'd bid 2 no trumps and then 3 spades, depending on how you want to describe whether you've got a stopper or not. Okay, so I think going through bidding 3 spades directly would show no spade stop and 4 hearts. Whereas if you bid 2 no trumps, partner bids 3 clubs, and then you bid 3 spades, that would show hearts and no stop. I've forgotten which one I said now. So it's your agreement, basically. Whether it shows a stop or not, okay, in the spade suit, right? So that's the thing there about going through 2 no trumps or not going through 2 no trumps. But here you don't have enough points, okay? So if I was playing, I would want to double with this hand to show I've got enough values to compete at the 3 level, okay? Yeah, so partner's got like 12 points and I've got 10. I don't really want them to play in 2 spades. So with this hand, personally, I would double to say I want to, if we're playing a weak no trump. Now, if we're playing a strong no trump, I want to look for 4 hearts, hopefully. If partner's got 4 hearts, I want to play in 4 hearts. Okay, so I want to look for that. Okay, opponent's bid 2 hearts over 1 no trump. Responder has. None of these examples are showing a long minor, for example. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So again, I bid 2 no trumps lebensohl, then bid 3 no trumps over. I mean, here you see what I'm saying, 11 points. This must be opposite a strong no trump, because clearly you don't have enough points to bid 3 no trumps necessarily. Okay, so again, you would double personally with this hand. But if you're opening a strong no trump, you want to obviously play in game or 4 clubs or 4 diamonds. If three no trumps is no good. So bid two no trumps lebensohl, then bid three no trumps over openers force three clubs shows 10 to 12 high card points with a stopper in the opponent's suit. No, that's not right. That's not what they normally play. They play their system normally. You bid straight to three no trumps showing a stopper. Oh no, sorry, that's what they don't play. Hold on a minute. Let me get this right. Okay, so that's what they're saying. And you go through two no trumps and then bid three no trumps. Shows with a stopper. That's what they're saying. So bidding directly to three no trumps doesn't show a stopper. I'm sure they said the opposite thing before. Anyway, it's by agreement, okay? So you can either play fast arrival denies a stop. But they're playing the opposite. Anyway, summary of key lebensohl bids. Right, okay. It's got quite a lot of it right. What I'll say is a lot better than what it was, okay? A lot better than what it was. Let's have another look at another question. Let's hope you're following me, staying with me on this. Let's try this one. I'm going to miss out the suit preference thing. Let's try a really hard question. So in the card game bridge, make up a full hand to demonstrate a simple squeeze. So I think this is going to be really difficult. So last time I did this, it created hands with like 14 cards in it and things like that. So I think it'll struggle. Oh, so it's putting out hands anyway. Oh, it's getting full hands out. Is it gonna? Oh wow, it's going for every single trick here as well. Oh, this is looking like it's got potential. Got potential. Let's have a look at this then. A squeezing bridge is a powerful play technique that forces an opponent to discard a valuable card, leading to additional tricks for the declarer. To illustrate a simple squeeze, let's construct a full hand and walk through the play. Impressive. Let's see if it can do it then. So first of all, there are 13 cards in the north hand. Now let's also see, do they duplicate the cards? Have they got them? I mean, it should be easy to create 52 cards and make them all different, okay? Ace 5 2, ace king queen, king queen jack 10, ace jack 2. So far, two different hands. So they're saying here north is dummy and south is declarer. I mean, really, I'd like a nice diagram to put it out like that, but I don't think it's done that. Jack 10, 9, 8, 3, 9, 8, 3, 7, 6, 4, 9, 6. So all different cards so far. 7, 6 in spades. Jack 10, 5, 2. Jack 10, 5, 2, 5, 3, 2. 8, 7, 5, 4. Just check the clubs. King, Queen, 10, 3. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, 8, 7, 5, 4. Right, brilliant. So it has created 4 different hands with different cards. So that's good. So we've got here south opens 2 no trumps and north races to 3 no trumps. Okay, south 9, 13, 14, 15, 16, 19, 24. Have I added that up right? 5, 10, 11, 24 points. So that's got that bit wrong. South opens 2 no trumps, 20 to 20 high card points. So it's actually got 24 points. So that's wrong. It says here, north races to 3 no trumps. 10 count, 14 count. Okay. Well, that's complete garbage, isn't it? So if you had this hand and south open 2 no trumps with a 14 count, you'd want to be in 6 no trumps. Okay. Because you've got at least 34 points. So that doesn't make sense. So they've got that bit wrong. Play of the hand. Let's assume West leads a spade. And the play goes as follow. Okay, let's have a look at. I mean, it's not going to work, I don't think. Maybe it might work. Let's have a look at the hand. So north and south. So here, what have we got here? We've got 3 spade tricks. We've got 3 heart tricks and no extras. We've got 4 diamond tricks, and we've got 3 club tricks. I mean, we've got 13 top tricks basically. There is no squeeze. So I figured it would struggle with this. So there's not a lot of point in going through the rest because you've got 13 top tricks and there is no squeeze. All right, because you just claim your tricks. All right. So that is a load of nonsense, but it does look better, but it can't do it. Okay. It can't create a hand. I figured it would struggle with that one. So obviously this is going to be utter nonsense. Let's have a look at it anyway. Trick 11. Declarer plays a jack of clubs from hand. West discards a heart, irrelevant card. Dummy North wins with the 10 of clubs. Declarer plays a jack from hand. And dummy wins with the 10 of clubs. Well, the 10 of clubs is smaller than jack, so that doesn't make any sense. East is squeezed and must discard. If East discards a spade, declarers king, queen are good. If East discards a 9 of hearts, declarer can win the remaining high hearts. Okay, so it's sort of getting something, but right. So that's just not right. It's not worked that out at all. Okay, let's have a look at this. So I uploaded Roman keycard Blackwood to my YouTube channel before. So let's have a look at how it answers this. How is it going to describe in the card game bridge? Explain Roman keycard Blackwood. So I think it should do okay with this. If it's done lebensohl pretty well, I think it should have a decent crack at this. Right, Roman keycard Blackwood, RKC Blackwood. Most people say RKCB. I wonder why it's written it like that. Why is it writing it like that? Most people write RKCB. Is an advanced version of the traditional Blackwood convention used to explore slam potential and ensure the partnership is not missing critical high cards known as key cards. Okay. Improves on the traditional Blackwood by including the king of the agreed trump suit as a key card, bringing the total count to 5 key cards, 4 aces and the king of trumps. This convention provides more nuanced information, especially important for evaluating slam contracts. Okay, so it's probably not going to talk about the queen and stuff, maybe. Who knows? Well, it is here, but okay. So how Roman keycard Blackwood works. When a player uses Roman keycard Blackwood, they typically bid 4 no trumps, which asks their partner how many keycards they hold. The responses are structured as follows, based on the 1430, 03, 14 methods. Okay, that's good. Responses in 1430, most common. Okay, so it's going to give both versions of Blackwood. So I only mentioned one on my video tonight. I just wanted to keep it simple, but here it's mentioning both. So 5 clubs, 1 or 4 key cards, 5 diamonds, 3 or none. I think normally you say no or 3, but you know, picking yeah. 5 hearts, 2 key cards without the trump queen. 5 spades, 2 key cards with the trump queen. Okay, and here it's reversed to 5 clubs and 5 diamonds bids, which is correct. And it's given, that's all correct. So far, so good. Using Roman keycard Blackwood. Initiating the convention. The bid of 4 no trumps asks partner for the number of keycards they hold, assuming an agreed trump suit. Responders reply. The responder counts their keycards, 4 aces plus the king of trumps, and responds according to the agreed method. Example hand. Let's consider an example where the agreed suit is hearts and you're using 1430 method. South, you, north, partner. Bidding sequence, south opens a heart. Let's see if that's actually true. It's going to give ridiculous hands here. 8, 10, 13, 16, 22. Would you open a heart with this hand? Okay, let's not pick the bones out of that. Probably not, okay. But 1 heart. No, 3 hearts limit bid. Okay. So it's using the same sort of examples that I was using. Limit raise showing 4 card support and 10 to 12 high card points. Okay, yeah. South 4 no trumps, Roman keycard Blackwood, asking for keycards in hearts, using the 1430 responses. Okay, so that's good. It specifies the 1430 system, which is the most common. North bids 5 diamonds, showing 3 or none. What? No. Whoa, 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 whoa. What's going on here? So this should be 2. North bids 5 diamonds, showing 3 or none. Yeah, so this is wrong. Since South has 3 key cards, Ace of Spades, Ace of Diamonds, and the King of Hearts. Oh, look, King of Hearts has magically appeared in this hand. Computer, you got it wrong. Okay, so there is this is why is it not noticing these things? I mean, it's getting a lot of things right, but just really messing up. The response of 5 diamond indicates they have no key cards. Okay. Since South has 3 key cards, the response of 5 diamonds indicates they have no key cards. Meaning they don't have any of the 4 aces or the King of Hearts. Given that South holds 4 key cards? What the hell? Oh my god. It's only going from, since South has 3 key cards, which it doesn't, it has 2 plus the Queen. Okay, that's how you describe it. The key cards are the 4 aces and the King of Trumps kind of thing. But okay. Given that South holds 4 key cards, make your mind up, man. They should evaluate the risk of missing the ace of clubs. South 5 no trumps, confirm all key cards are held and asking for the specific kings, okay? North 6 clubs showing the king of clubs. Okay, so I didn't do specific kings when I did my video, okay? That is what I play, specific king asked, but I just did a basic how many kings have you got kind of thing, okay? So that's fine, asking about kings and stuff. North king of clubs, you don't have the king of clubs. This is weird. They don't have the king of clubs. They wouldn't respond that. They'd just respond 6 hearts because they don't have any kings. With all key cards confirmed and the king of clubs, you don't have the king of clubs. South can confidently bid South 6 hearts. Mental. Right. Queen ask. After determining key cards, the 4 no trump bidder can inquire about the queen of trumps by bidding the next step 5 spades if hearts are trumps. Okay, so you bypass hearts and go to spades. Yep. Responses show possession or lack of thereof, and optionally show specific kings if the queen is held. Yep, that's good. Void showing responses. Some partnerships include agreements for showing voids in response to Roman key card, helping refine slam bidding decisions. Okay. They don't explain that one. Roman key card Blackwood is a powerful tool for slam exploration, allowing partners to assess the combined holding of critical cards more accurately. The inclusion. Okay, so it really got confused there, didn't it? I mean, it was mixing up how many key cards it has. 1 minute it had 3, 1 minute it had 4. It was adding on a King of Hearts when it didn't have the King of Hearts. It was adding on the King of Clubs when it didn't have the King of Clubs, and all sorts of things. So it's way from perfect, but it's a lot better than what it was. But for beginners, this would be, I would say, still a nightmare. Okay. It's one of those things where it's gonna give you a little bit of knowledge and you're gonna get completely mixed up. So yeah. Let me know in the comments what you think about this. It's definitely getting better, but it's still a long way off from where you'd want it to be if you wanted to learn from this. But yeah. Okay. Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for listening.